Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really interesting philosophy on health, one that kind of asks us to rethink what pain actually is. We'll be looking at how one specific chiropractic practice sees the journey from just feeling okay to feeling truly well.
So let's just start with the big question that this whole approach is built on. We all deal with pain, right? But what if that ache, that twinge, that headache isn't the real problem at all? What if it's just a symptom of something deeper? All right, so that brings us to the first part of our journey today. We're talking about all the common things that make us finally say, okay, I need help. But the idea here is that these are just signals our body is sending, and we often mistake them for the actual source of the issue. For some people, that signal is super loud and clear. It might be that sharp, shooting pain of sciatica that just stops you in your tracks. For others, it's those nagging, persistent headaches that just put a cloud over your entire day. Or maybe it's that classic, all too familiar ache in your lower back that makes even simple things feel like a huge chore. And it's not just backs and heads. It could even be pain in your shoulders, your hips, your knees. Whether it's from an old sports injury or just, well, life. And here's the absolute key to this whole philosophy. All of those things we just mentioned, they aren't the root cause. They're just signals. Think of it like the check engine light in your car. The light isn't the problem, right? It's just telling you that something under the hood needs your attention. So that leads us to the next logical question. If pain is just the signal, what is the source? And more importantly, what do we do about it? Well, this approach points directly to misalignments in the spine. The core idea is that even really subtle shifts can get in the way of the most critical communication pathway you have, the one between your brain and your body, your nervous system. I love this quote because it really gets to the heart of the matter. The goal isn't just about fixing a problem. It's about restoring your body's own natural, built-in intelligence, its ability to heal itself, just by making sure that communication line is crystal clear. And what's really cool is that the benefits they talk about go way beyond just pain relief. The thinking is, when your body's internal communication system is working the way it should, you feel it everywhere. You might have more energy, better focus. Even your digestion and immune system can get a boost. Okay, so that's the big idea. But what does it actually look like in real life? I mean, trying any new kind of healthcare can feel a bit intimidating, so this next part is all about breaking down exactly what you can expect. And they get that. The source material is really upfront about acknowledging that uncertainty. So by laying out the whole process, step by step, the goal is to make you feel totally comfortable and in the loop from the moment you walk in. It's really just a straightforward 3-step journey. First, you have a really thorough consultation and exam so they can understand your unique situation. Second, if it seems like the right move, you'll get your first gentle adjustment. And then third, you come back for a second visit where they walk you through a personalized plan that's built just for you and your goals. And this is a really big deal. Transparency. The whole point is to make sure you feel totally confident and comfortable. No surprises, no hidden fees. Everything is discussed clearly and simply. Okay, now we get to the proof in the pudding, right? We've talked about the problem, the philosophy, and the process. So what are people who've actually gone through this journey saying about it? This first story from a patient, KF, I think it really highlights two super important things. One, the vibe of the place, feeling welcomed and actually listened to. And two, the fact that the care itself was both gentle and effective really fast. And this focus on creating a comforting, professional space, it's a theme that just keeps coming up in the feedback. It really suggests that in this philosophy, the healing environment is almost as important as the treatment itself. Then you've got Christopher here. He talks about his lower back pain, for sure. But listen to what else he says. Improvement in functionality across the board. That goes right back to that core idea of boosting your body's overall performance, not just turning off one alarm bell. And you see that combo again, gentle and effective. It's a recurring theme. People seem consistently amazed that the adjustments can make such a big difference without feeling harsh or jarring at all. Finally, this quote from Alyssa really brings it home. It points to the holistic nature of the whole thing. It's not just about what happens on the table in the office. The approach includes lifestyle advice and exercises, so you're an active participant in your own health journey. So, after all that, what's the big picture? What's the main thing we should take away from this whole approach to health? When it comes right down to it, it's this. The focus isn't really on the sore back.
The real focus is on optimizing how your entire body works so you can get back to living your life to the fullest. It's all about restoring that natural balance to help you feel like your best self from the inside out.
And so that leaves us with one last question to think about. This approach really challenges that quick fix mentality we're so used to. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the key to vibrant long-term health isn't something you find in a bottle, but an amazing power that's already locked inside you, just waiting to be unleashed.